Magic Marcus Willis here at Willis Brothers Family Fitness here. See the Assassin fight gear on you.
No doubt.
Tell me about your view of Canelo's victory over Daniel Jacobs.
Man, I was disappointed in the whole fight. I felt like neither one of them really gave us what we expected. I expected a much more epic fight, and I expected more intensity from both of them. And Danny was very timid. With being the underdog and with all of the emotions that happened, weigh-ins and everything, I expected him to come out there and just give it his all. And he didn't really start fighting until like the second half of the fight. I felt like he did too little, too late. And Canelo really pressed the issue either. Like, both of them, I felt, let us down and what we expected to be a historic event in boxing.
So you feel let the fans down, or just let everybody down?
Yeah, they let the fans down. They let sports analysts down. They let like the whole sports world down.
Wow.
I felt like we should have had just a clash. It should have been a more exciting fight, and it was a lackluster to me.
Okay. Now, why do you think that was, that Jacobs started a little bit slow and that the action wasn't there early?
I really have no idea. I can't come up with an excuse for him. I don't know if he can come up with an excuse. With that kind of title on the line, you have to give it your all. Regardless of if Canelo is a stronger fighter, or if you feel like I've never been in the ring with anybody. Even if I've been in the ring with anybody that I thought was greater than me or like gonna be a test, I still fought my heart out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's in front of me. I'm a warrior, so I'm gonna go in on my shield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it all out there. So there's no excuse for why he was timid. There's no excuse for why Canelo didn't press the issue. I felt like the way that Danny was fighting, I wouldn't say scared, but he was questioning himself and being very, I don't even know if you can say it's strategic, but he was being very slow. I felt like that should have been fire for Canelo to go ahead and try to take him out and finish it. I don't think neither man really stepped up to their full potential.
Okay. Now, you've as a current fighter and current trainer,
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing a lot of analyst work lately, commentating on the fights. We talked about how sometimes you know the game, you've been in there.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody else, an analyst, talking about the fight who's never really fought, so to speak, and you think it's crazy. So I heard last night, I think someone on the analyst team was saying that Canelo looked great, superb early on. You didn't see that?
I don't think neither one of them looked great. Neither one of them looked like a champion, not like the champions that we expect them to look like. Mm-hmm. I don't give them that. We've seen both of them against Triple G. We didn't see neither one of them in that ring that looked like they were in the ring with Triple G against each other.
Got you. Did you score the fight personally? Who do you think won?
I scored it for Canelo. I scored it 7 rounds to 5. Could have been easily 8 rounds to 4.
Yeah.
But I scored it for Canelo.
Did you notice though a change in the second half of the fight? Like there was some kind of action going on a little bit.
Danny started throwing a little bit more combinations and pressing a little bit more. But he wasn't really landing the clean shots. He did throw some good combinations and landed some good shots, but I don't think it was enough to secure some of the rounds.
Got you.
Yeah.
And Gennady Golovkin even took to his Instagram and said, man, these people disappointed the fight. He kind of echoing what you had to say. Huh?
Yeah, he's been there with both of them, so he knows what they have to offer, and they didn't bring that. I think, I seen, was it Chavez or... I think it was Chavez that said he thought Canelo lost the fight.
Yeah.
I don't know how he saw that, but I was rooting for Danny. Like, Danny's my boy. I wanted Danny to win.
Tell me about your history with Danny. You fought him.
Me and Danny fought in the 04 finals of the under-19 nationals, and great fight. One of my favorite fights. I was in the ring across from Danny. Actually, just in all of them a little bit, you know, like I never knew who Danny was. In the amateurs, I never really cared about names, and like everybody's like, "Oh, you fighting Danny Jacobs?" I'm like, I don't care. I'm fighting. Regardless, I'm Marcus Willis, so I don't care who I'm fighting with. And then I got in the ring with them, and you know, I was actually fighting up a weight class than I normally fight at. That's when I moved up 152, and getting in front of him, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why they call it Danny. But it was a great fight, back and forth. I busted his nose in like the first or the second round. Had his nose and his mouth busted, but you know he had a lump. My chin was lumped too, but it was a very good fight. And me and Danny have seen each other over time and always been respectful. He's always been a cool dude. Danny's a great fighter, a great person.
Where can Danny go from here? Where can Canelo go from here?
I mean, both of them are still at the top tier. You know, they're the top two middleweights in the game. And you got Demetrius Andrade out there. I think, you know, with him trying to get one, hopefully Andrade gets one of those fights, because I think he's gonna give the pressure and he's gonna go in there and fight, regardless of who's in front of him. But I don't know. We'll probably see a rematch, maybe. Hopefully, it gives us a better Danny and a better Canelo that we saw last night. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, both of them still, the world's in both their hands because they're in a position that nobody else is in the middleweight division right now.